This is Kinza in the motherland. Bare feet dancing on our own red sand.
Good morning, YouTube. It's your girl, Kinza Babe. It's like 5 o'clock in the morning, and Rooster is out. Rooster is out in the wet rain, and I'm just out here checking things out because I heard the galvanize making noise. The wind was really strong, but it's just mostly the galvanize down there that we took off making noise. I went upstairs to check to make sure I still have roof, since I saw somebody lost some roofing sheet in a storm. So that's why I went down there, up there to check on the roof. So I came downstairs before and I forgot my phone, but I'm going to plant my cashew trees. And since these were already planted in the ground, I know one top hoop came off, but the other one top hoop was still intact. I think I might plant them. I think I'm going to plant my cashew trees because it's been drizzling all morning. It's been raining during the night. I was up since like 3 o'clock, 2:30, 3 o'clock. I've been up, and the storm came just after that. Well, it sounded like a storm. It had high winds because I could hear this galvanize just quick like there, making noise. So Super Shadi had put this dirt in these containers for me, but I'm going to transplant, but I'm wondering if I should plant this. I did like today, but it's still in dry season and I don't want it to dry out. So where am I going to plant these trees? Down there, but it's so bushy. Here the goats, they have to stay in today because, especially today, they gotta come out though. They need to eat. Let the chickens in. You gotta let them out. They like this wet weather. Look at here, all in spring. They were done climbing the wall. All the wood around. So look at Matilda. She got tired out. But these are my Moringa. They're coming back. I tapped them so they could branch out. I should have tapped them when they were small. When they're small and the seedlings, is easier to tap them. That citrus tree is trying to come back after Matilda dismantled it. They got out their new coop. It's been raining all morning. We couldn't bring them out. But I'm going to plant my one my one cashew tree down here. The cocoa tree that I had here didn't survive. So I'm going to plant the one cashew tree here. And then I will plant more moringa, but I am going to start some more. Look at that, I was planting that Matilda eat. And those, they're ready. Those sugar canes are ready. And I know some of these plantains are ready. Super Shadi. Oh, this is the tree with the snakes. Super Shadi is going to cut some today, I believe. So, the rain. We needed it. It was dry. Even the goats was like, where's the food? Dry. So, I'm going to plant this now. This cashew tree. So, I could have one big tree down here, one big fruit tree, and then I'll plant some more, but not right now. Today's a perfect day to plant, but it's still drizzling. I'm out in the drizzle. So there's the cashew tree. One cashew tree in the ground. The other one that the taproot came off, that they pull out the ground. I'm going to put it in a pot, see if it'll live. If it don't live, it don't live. One can down here that was growing, I'm going to throw over here for Matilda and Houdini to fight. There's one can. See what I told you? They were going to fight. And I found another one. I threw the small one to Houdini, but Matilda still went and took it from Houdini. Look at her. And look, Houdini looking for the scraps. I throw you another one, Matilda. Now look. She ate both of them. I didn't know her rope could reach over here. Ah. I didn't tie them out, okay? That's why I didn't know her rope could reach. Look at her, she's Matilda is something else. I don't know if I could find any more. Those were just growing down here randomly, involuntary. And they just came and they chopped them down. But I found an earthworm. I was out here digging around. I found an earthworm. I'm going to put it in this pile over here. A little dirt to this chicken manure out here with the earthworm to help break it down. There it is. Hopefully they multiply. I need a worm farm too, so I could feed my chicken worms. But that ain't gonna happen. I ain't about to play with worms. Not right now, at least. So, we got some rain. I need to make some more cuttings. I wonder if I have my scissors. Those cuttings are doing good. Today is a perfect day to cut anything I need. Now I'm going to plant this. The leaves are already yellowing and the taproot is gone. So let's see if this root is going to regenerate. I'm going to put it in this soil here. And that's super shady put there for me. And then everything is, see, I had a bucket of soil here too, but I'll use it. Oops, stuff fell down. But everything is nice and moist. I'm happy. And I have some more transplanting to do with these things here, but I'll manage. What I wanted to show you guys here is my passion fruit vines that I had here. Look at what caught it. I thought it was a passion fruit vine, but it's not. It's they're getting too big here. It's the cucumber. Oof. Stuff fell over, but not much. But this is the perfect weather to plant these. So some of them didn't make it again, and some made it. That's why we have many. I wanted to go over some stuff that I planted to refresh you guys' memory. Remember, my guava tree has been there from the time I bought the land. It's producing guava, and I ate a guava and kept all the seeds. These are my seedlings. My bougainvillea, where did I get this from? An Airbnb had these nicely arranged in a pot, and I loved them, how they had them arranged together. And I cut a piece of their bougainvillea, a couple pieces, and this crown of thorn, 2 pieces, 1 survived. So that's how I got these. This avocado tree, I can't remember if someone gave this one to me or I started. And that one, I started a couple avocado trees. Remember, my first avocado tree was down there. And when Ima was doing the weed eater, he didn't know not to damage the tree trunk. The tree trunk got damaged and it died. Soursop. Remember, I started, when I was starting my seeds up there, I started soursops. And I started passion fruits. I started cucumbers. Everything I was starting up there and had them on my back balcony. Even the tamarind tree. That's where I got the tamarind tree from a seed that I started. It's the sweet tamarind, which I'm going to have to plant it pretty soon. Not quite yet, but pretty soon. The ackee trees, some of them I got from someone, and the soursop trees, I got a couple from someone, but everything else here, and one from one of the avocado trees from someone. Everything else here, I have started. The pomegranate seeds, you remember I started pomegranate seeds before, and when I went to the States, they planted them. Sorry if I'm moving too fast. They planted them over there and they all died. Remember when I planted those pomegranate seeds? It was on my balcony up there. I just going over a refresher for the people who are just joining, and for those who are with me that seems to forget. This one I got from Kelby Joe's farm when I went to visit Kelby Joe in Elmina. This is the Cuban thyme, and then I created more. This pomegranate tree was from one set that I started, and the rest didn't survive, and then I started more pomegranates. And these are all the pomegranates that I have that are here, nice and healthy. Is going to need transplanting soon. This nice Dracaena shrub, I got piece from the bank when I went to Carl Bank the other day, and this is what I made from one piece of Dracaena. This one is not going to make it. It's root rot already. The leaves already fell off. This is cuttings that I cutted the last time from my bougainvilleas. These were the only ones that made it, and I cut some more the other day, but they got dried out. Only a few look like they're surviving. So these are going to be like this one I cut the other day. Only a few surviving. And these are turmeric that I started. I have to move these. These are my cuttings, my new cuttings. They fell over. My pomegranate cutting, my passion fruit cuttings. Remember, all these passion fruits, I started from seeds. All the passion fruits, but now I'm doing cuttings to see how much I could get from cuttings. So, once again, I cut some more off of this, and I put this here. These are cuttings from my bougainvillea, which I did a couple days ago. Couple look like they're surviving. I don't know. I have to wait and see. Remember, I'm not using any rooting hormones or any special skills. It's just plain old cuttings. Usually in the States, I have rooting hormones. Here, I don't. And it's working how I'm doing it, so I'm sticking with how I'm doing it. I don't need no rooting hormone. I know how to start plants. I could even do the air propagation on some of these bigger trees. Next, I'm going to probably do some grafting. I don't know where this is going to take me, but I learned all this and I could probably do it. I just need refreshing. Okay, let's go over the moringa trees. I brought the seeds from the States and I started a few, and they grow so fast, and I said I don't need a bunch of moringa, because if I go out there, there's moringa grows wild here. I started some seeds in case anybody wants, but I'm going to start more seeds to keep in my nursery. This I got from Donna. You know Donna. Donna has been here and stayed here at my property. This I got from Donna, and it just started doing well. I cut it a couple days ago when I did my bougainvillea, and there's the cutting. I don't know if it's going to survive. I did it to branch it out some more. I didn't like the lankiness of it. This one I have to cut. This moringa, cut the top off so I could get more branches. So all these shrubs, your mama bring a bunch of shrubs saying they're gonna plant it like that. I took couple branches of it, and they took couple and planted in this thing, and they just took it in. It didn't grow because they didn't know about cuttings. I cut it and propagated one piece, a couple little pieces, and turned them into small little pieces, and this is what I got. Nice beautiful shrubs, which I'm going to cut this and get some more shrubs. This is an Exora plant, a flower that I cut from when I went to visit Kelby Joe in Elmina. That one and that one. The yellow ones are iffy. The yellow ones are always like skittish, so they're up there. So that's what I got from cuttings after I just cut a branch from those plants at the bank in Elmina. What else? Grass. Okay, I went to a breed to look at home, and I picked some wild plants, which this one is kind of invasive. I could see them growing all over. The seeds are very small and they come like in tons. The flower is beautiful. It comes out in the evening. It's like it comes out during the day and then closes in the evening one time. These are wild lilies that I picked some from that color. That color I think I picked from a breed when I picked the other plant. And some of these came from putzing out there in the wild when we was grading a land, this color. So the purple one came from a brie. This grass, which needs to weed, which I'm going to do today since it's nice and cool out. This grass I got from the village when I went to Abrimkrum village. Abrimkrum village, Super Shadi's village. I brought this nice green grass back, and then this grass came from when I went to visit Kelby Joe. I was just plucking stuff as I walk out of Kelby Joe's place. The grass, it's two type of grass, different type of grass. This one grows a little longer and a little more wild. This one is like turf grass. It looks like bad now because of the weeds, and it's like once a week I weed here. You guys are wondering, sorry if I'm giving you all natural fertilizer I throw on top of here, and then the goats has been pooping in here, so you will see goat droppings, so they get quite fertilized. This grass too, so everything is growing here. Look at that caterpillar. This might be one of my tasks today. I really want to focus on transplanting today because of the weather. These ones is some wild snake plants. They're not the ones that grow straight up, and they're very invasive. See, they're growing outside. I put them in the tires because I want to contain them. They grow very wild, so but they're still growing out the container. So this one here grew another one in the container, and one was going out the container, and I put it in to contain it. So this is some more of that grass that I got from Kelby Joe. It was so dry and ugly looking when I first planted it, but look at it now. It's going to fill this whole little bedding area, and I'm going to remove those stones and let it come all the way out. And this grass here is not going to stay either. This is just for me to catch it and make some more plugs, and I'm going to plug it in out in the front, so I'll have that nice low grass out there instead of weeding. I'm going fast, sorry guys. Let me slow down so you guys understand me. Lower grass, turf grass going out in the front for a curve appeal. When this grass fills this whole area, then I could plug other areas. So I need healthy grass from here. So it's growing nice. I water it and I fertilize it, and it look green and nice even though the weather has been dry. Look at this grass here, dry. So eventually all around my compound is going to have nice green grass. For people who are saying, oh, you're not going to landscape. I don't need to landscape right now. I'm getting my landscaping together, right? Because my house is not finished. I don't need to landscape. Why have a house with all the beautiful, and I don't understand it, with all this beautiful trimming and still need more work to destroy the plants. This is my basil, which I've been trimming back. I'm hope to get new basil because it's getting old. And some are growing in the back. I've been dropping some of the seedlings, but you see, look what's in there. They're gonna come out to eat. They are going to eat the seedlings. Let me pick that from there now. You guys see it? Creepy, crawly, slimy creature. Right there. Going to eat my plant. So anyway, this is that Cuban time. Woo! This baby here, I'm going to cut some more too. I want to plant some stuff here. You could see where the goats were, but now they have the new home. Hopefully they'll stay down there and don't get away. The last time I planted tomatoes here and they come back involuntary, but it's so dry they're probably not going to grow right now until the rainy season starts. But I want to plant some stuff here. I say maybe I might plant some grass here for now, so my grass could multiply and it'll be hardy for when they start doing plastering again. So when that grass catch itself, I might plant some grass there, or I was even thinking about planting the introba. Yadoa. Introba or Yadoa. It's two names. I learned two names and I get them all mixed up. So that's garden eggs. So I was even thinking about putting a couple garden egg trees that I have right there. But because the grass is not ready. By the time the grass is ready, the garden egg should be dying off and I could plant my grass. So this is Kinza's compound. I hope you enjoy my garden tour and my rainy morning. The goats are loving this wet grass out there. They don't like their feet too wet, so I don't know. But they're eating. The kids are getting big fast. I have a couple cucumber trees still living out there, and the pepper trees are just a mess from goats and stuff being in there. I need to go down there and check my watermelon. Anything I'm missing? This is a mess. Cappy was here yesterday or the day before, and he moved around some stuff. Here is always a mess because I'm under construction. This is where I keep extra roofing, extra tiles. So my nursery is not complete yet, but I need to fill these today because the ground is wet. So I'm going down here. You see that one plant I was talking about that is invasive? I've been pulling them out from here because the seed is so small, they blow everywhere, and that's how they're very invasive. I want them in a pot, I don't want them everywhere. Pull that out. Goats aren't eating it either. They're nice and green. See, look at them, they're growing everywhere. That's like a weed, a nuisance. See, down here is getting so. Is there any tomatoes on here? No. There's flowers though. Down here is getting so bushy. Okay, so my watermelons are coming. Look at the size of that one already. I'm gonna come down here and weed. I wanted to see what my cedar tree is not doing that good down here. I need to come down here and fertilize the avocado tree and the what you call it, soursop tree. So I have many soursop trees, and that's because I started soursop trees myself and someone gave me a couple, but I had soursop trees and they I planted some before, some survived. I think I can't remember if I planted or not, but I always had soursop trees. That's my first soursop tree. These plantains are ready to pick. I think Super Shady is going to pick them and take them to his sister or somebody today, because they're going to stay here and spoil, because I don't eat, I don't cook. So I don't eat much. I can't eat all those plantains. Okay, they cook plantains every day. Just about every day. I can't eat plantains every day. So there's my pumpkins, and I think I have another tree coming somewhere. So my pumpkin seeds that I threw here, a few came, and hopefully I'll get some more pumpkin seeds from these ones that are coming. I have to weed, definitely. So instead of going up there and doing what I was doing, I ended up pulling a bunch of weeds. They were just too much around these watermelon. Not the greatest, but at least some of the weeds are up from choking out the watermelon, especially the grass. But let me head back to what I was doing. My peppers, my cabbage, everything is gone from not having a helper and dry season, and I couldn't do it all. So now hopefully everything would get back on track. My cucumbers is struggling. I have more cucumbers to plant, but let's see. No papaya for me today to eat. None ready, but soon they'll be ready. So did I tell you guys where I got my cashew tree from? If you watch like a couple videos back, you'll see I was at Putin and I pulled those cashew trees up from under a big cashew tree that we was eating. I had bought a cashew tree when I bought, let me show you guys, those trees down there, the citrus and the Allegheny green, the soursop, but it died. It died when the workers were here, and I wasn't here every day. No, I was here. It just didn't make it. It got rot or something, and died. All right, let me go get my vines. I have to fix my passion fruit so I could root them. So guys, I was over there transplanting some of my seedlings, my guava seedlings again. But I decided I'm going to plant these. These have to go in the ground in order to get me some good garden eggs. And we are always hunting for garden eggs around here to cook. So I'm going to put these in here. It doesn't, all that rain we got, it doesn't get much rain, so I definitely would have to water every day. The goat droppings is a good thing. Goat droppings is not like the chicken droppings. It's been sitting here a couple days, so it's okay. I think I'm going to probably sweep the rest in there and then mix it into the soil and plant these here. These are yadua, introba. They need to go in the ground, so that's what I'm going to do. Guys, I'm preparing here. I dumped it with the water. Here had some water dripping. I think it's from that pipe up there off the roof. And I have to do hair. Hair is really dry, so I'll have to put a bunch of water on these every day. 2 garden eggs is in, and 4 more to go over here. So a couple of my garden eggs are in. Okay, well, you know how much seeds started and then they dry out for one couple hours and then they were gone. I have to start some more, but at least I cut these, because every time I start them they don't come. And then I started a bunch of seeds and they came and then they die out, and this is what I have left from all those seeds. That's why it's good to start a lot. The seeds are very, very tiny, and the seedlings is very tiny. That's why I lose them sometimes. But I planted 2 here and 4 over here, so let's see. But the roots, oh my god, they came so fast in these containers. They're fast growing vegetable, of course. So some of the roots were root bound, some were still had room in a container. That's why I decided to plant them. They were growing too fast. They need to be in the ground. So there's my yadoa, my garden eggs. So guys, these garden eggs, I saw the little yellowing, as you could see this leaf, and something was eating it. So these garden eggs, the yellowing is sucking insects, aphids. I have to do something about these aphids because they will hinder this plant. So I have to come up with a solution about the aphids. I took some out by hand, but you know they multiply and lay these tiny, tiny eggs. So let's see. So he's going to harvest some sugar cane and some bodie planting. Bodie. Be careful, there's snakes in those trees. Shake the tree first. Shadrach. Wally, cut the tree down. You know how to do it, right? Cut the whole tree down. Like that one. Look, you see how that one cut? The snake tree is gone. There it goes. Cut some sugar cane. Make sure you put the top back in the dirt, please. You hear? Put a piece back in the dirt. All she do is yeah. She's eating. Matilda making noise from morning. They don't like to be in the wet. We're planting, so we'll have more. plantings. The snake tree is gone.
Kids, I packed one suitcase. Stamped her name on a one-way flight. Chasing red at daybreak, dust on her shoes, but her eyes so bright. Found a hill with a wide sky, said right here's where my roots can grow. Laid one brick, then another, turned that dream into a home. This is Kinza in the motherland. Bare feet dancing on her own red sand. Got a house, got a heart, got a handful of land. Oh, she's building every sunrise, write a brand new line in a story that was waiting in the soil to find. Kinza in the motherland, hand in hand. Puss on the porch, tail tension, diamond hiding in the shade. Two cats chasing butterflies, garden rose and leafy jade. Matilda's got that slow walk, Houdini slips right through the gate. Ghost calling from the far field like, girl, you better not be late. This is Kinza, bare feet dancing on red sand. Got a house, got a heart, got a plan. Every sunrise, write a brand new line in a story that was waiting in the soul to find. Kinza and the mother.
Matilda, why are you making all this noise from yesterday? You're out. Even when she was not tied up in the thing, she making noise. She eating, but she's still making noise. No, you want to come to me. You see, she's trying to come to me. She tie up. She want me to let her out loose. What? Huh? You want to be loose? All of them ready? No, not all of them. They still have some small one in there. Uh-huh. No, but I mean these over here. Spoiling like the other one. You don't like sugar cane? I like sugar cane. Matilda, oh my. You went over there to get tied up. What happened? And then they in Florida, when you go to the flea market, they have a machine that squeezes the juice out. Oh, the juice is so good. Those there too small. Yeah, I think we should leave the rest. They're too small. But the planting, which one? This one. But this one is. That one way ready. Look at the tree. Huh? There was a stick holding it up. Right here. You gonna take it down? Don't need to chop down. Why? Oh. If you take it now, we're gonna rot? Ripe. Okay, it look like it ripened on the tree. You see how it leaning? It done already, ready to come down. I hope our yeah, that's why I thought you were going to take it. So this is our harvest of sugarcane. Sugarcane harvest. And then he replanted the tops. So he decided to cut this down now. He was going to wait, but now we need it cut down. That's a big one. It's huge. Cut the tree too. Cut the tree down. That's huge. So we harvesting plantains and sugar canes. The snake tree is gone. The quince sword. Maybe she might ain't get enough on it. The quince sword. And there's some coming on these. Quince sword is the turkey berries. That's our harvest, sugarcane and plantains. He's going to take some for his mom and his friend. And then leave some here for us, because I ain't going to eat much. But I have a helper here who might want. So, let's see. Look at the size of Mr. Rooster. Mr. Rooster is getting a new home. Mr. Rooster is going to a new home. Look at the size of his legs. He's the big rooster. Look at the size. And this lady is big. So this is the harvest. 2 chickens, sugar canes, and plantain. Look at the size of this rooster. Oh my goodness. Look at the legs. I'm not joking, man. These legs is like thick compared to the female, but the female is still big. So I haven't checked these passion fruit tree in a couple days. I have a flower open and I see one over there somewhere. I trimmed earlier when I passed by. I trimmed some clippings that is coming this way here. I need somebody that is going to really fix this for me. Well, let's see what this helper does. It's slower for me to reach the flowers. There's a flower. So now I have to get more flowers. You see? See that? They didn't tie this up. This is what I'm talking about. Half job. I'm gonna fix this myself. Okay, it seems like I'm gonna get somebody to help me really fix this how I want it. Say passion fruit, they don't even know what I'm talking about when I say passion fruit. only know what they know. So what can I do? Try to teach them, but they ain't understanding. So I have the
Every
practice
day
of
a brand new song, Matilda. Houdini running around the garden. This is where a wild heart belongs.
there. Let me see if I can make some.
This is where a wild heart belongs. Yeah, yeah. Puss patrols the kitchen. Diamond guards the gate. Two small furry shadows, always staying up too late. Hey, Matilda chews on everything.